Cancel.
Schweezy.
All right. Now that we're done talking about Jesus, let's get on to some real things. So we're going to BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed is just utter garbage. It is utter garbage. Anyways, though, this article I want to go over, we're not going to have the extra screen on because it does not need the extra screen today. I'm just going to read it, and you're going to listen to me and watch me and look at the beautiful brick wall I have behind me. So here's to feeling good all the time. Let's take a drink, folks. All right. Get all the burps out. All right, so all relationships have their ups and downs, but sometimes the hardest part can be recognizing the problems you cause with that partnership. So now we're gonna see people who are the bad guys. So it's a bold move, Cotton, saying you're the bad guy in a relationship. But I guess some people decide they are too. And I have another burp coming up. All right. Our first one, consciously controlling. I recognize that I was thinking and planning too much about our future without being present in our present relationship. I was controlling about trivial details like recipes for dinner and the driving route we chose. That I created unnecessary tension. I'm sad and regretful sometimes thinking about how I was in early adulthood and who I may have hurt with my behavior. This is gonna be fun. Guess the gender. And I'm gonna put the non-binaries in there too. If you're somewhere else, you're with the non-binaries, okay? We can't all. 3 genders is all we can do today. This show, the budget on the show is only for 3 genders. But yeah, I know though, like you're controlling and kind of hard. And I think, it is kind of hard when you're a controlling person. I've never really made it official with anyone controlling. We're gonna look at a lot of my life here today, folks. This is gonna be rough.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, no, but like it's nice knowing. Like a nice thing about this article is like people realize they were the problem, and I think it's gonna be really funny. I think it's it's okay, it's not good that you were a bad person in a past relationship. Like, I have no room to judge anyone. I was just thinking this article, I'm like, I'm going to judge people. We might find someone we can judge, folks. We're going to find someone we can probably judge on this. But, it's very important to be like, sometimes you have to admit you're wrong, because I can definitely think back at some. I might, let's see if I can get more into this, and I'll try to think of one when we get to the end here of how I was a shitty person. Ticking time bomb. I used to bottle up all my concerns, frustrations with family, and then explode once a year or so. When my now husband and I had been together for about a year, it happened during a car ride, and he was totally blindsided and freaked out. We pulled over and hashed it out awkwardly, but we're still both raw from our first and only fight. After he dropped me off that night, he got in a car accident and was concussed. I realized that I never wanted the last thing I said to him to be something angry. I worked on addressing concerns in the moment and discussing things with him instead of suppressing them and blaming them for my poor handling of my feelings later. Now, when we disagree, it's a question of how we can fix the problem so our relationship is better instead of how dare you make me feel this way. Dude, that's deep because I'm very much someone who can clearly bottle up. I can really bottle up some shit, like, to be honest with you, and then all of a sudden I just get mad at people for no reason. I remember one time I was like playing like video games with a friend, and I guess it was probably a girl problem or something like that, and I was just fucking mad. And you play video games, it's like it's not serious, but like sometimes like if you have something else going on, your friends who usually do their normal shit, you just get mad, stuff like that. I'm like, I was kind of going through something. It's always so. It's always weird, like, when you go from, like, your family relationship, because, like, when you're a kid with parents, like, you can't be, like, just talking shit and get mad all the time. And then, like, when you get into a normal relationship, you're like, oh, we need to act like adults, and we need to continue going on with our lives without this shit. And, we're living in a society. I need to get that, George. Fun. Toxic flames, okay. My ex and I got together in 2017, and by early 2018, we were living together. When we got together, I was still reeling from a number of personal issues that left me better jaded in dealing with a whole lot of mental health issues, and him also being better and jaded as a person meant that our relationship became centered around that bitterness. We were truly at our worst then. 4 years later, I realized that although he had issues that he refused to handle, I was also a level of toxicity, not only to our relationship, but to life in general. I was constantly angry, refused to communicate, yada, yada, yada. So I started taking care of myself. I started seeing a psychiatrist who diagnosed me with ADHD, and I realized my last thing I needed to fix in my life was the toxic, unhealthy relationship I found myself in. I realized that I had outgrown the anger and the bitterness, and he refused to do the same, so I broke up with him and moved out. It was a hard, long road, but I am a much better person for it. Oh, man, so... I don't know, like, I think,
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking about, like, my issues, and I always try to make sure people aren't involved, like, if I have to, where I'm working on shit, I always make sure other people aren't involved, but, like, you get two of that in the same room, whew, that's a fucking night. I'm just a kid, and life is a nightmare. All right, this one's self-sabotage. Realizing I had a combination of relationship OCD and CPTSD, I'm remarkably well-functioning and successful, but 2 years into my first post-divorce relationship, I realized I was beginning to repeat the same patterns I'd had in my marriage that I left, and in my long-term relationship prior that I also loved. I didn't matter how wonderful my partner was, how many boxes they ticked, or how happy I was. Some part of me could not accept the idea that things could just be okay. It's insidious and was permeated at every relationship I've ever had, but it wasn't until my counselor pointed out on my diagnosis I began to realize the problem was me and my own subconscious beliefs. It's been truly life-changing. Yeah, that's something I think I've had to kind of like notice, like, okay, if it happens in one relationship, it could be their problem. It could be them. They could be the problem. However, like, you get into a couple others and this same problem keeps happening, it's you. And, it's like something like, I notice it, but, like, at the same time, it's like, maybe I need to double check some thoughts here on relationships about what I've been doing and see if I'm self-sabotaging. I think I might be a self-sabotaging person, folks. I think that might be me.
This is the type of guy you get.
But, like, literally, not like a joke of a weird guy sending a video to a girl 20 years younger than him. Fighting for more, I found my mental health spiraling, and all the arguments and crazy toxic fights were turning full-blown abusive on my part. My partner's resulting anger most definitely didn't help. Several thousands of dollars worth of damages, witnesses to the argument, and me having a nervous breakdown and jetting my ass out of the state made me realize I no longer wanted to continue living like this. These things and other unforgivable acts really should have ended the relationship, but for the first time in 3 years of being together, we really don't fight like we used to. I started meditating more and really working on myself mentally because I don't want to lose myself and hurt my loved ones any longer. Oh, that's pretty good. I've been watching The Secret Life of the American Teenager, and I know some of you are thinking, why the fuck are you watching that show? I'm going to create a big-ass segment. I want to create a big fucking segment on the show. I want to do a big deep dive. We're going to make a big segment. I want that video to... And everyone's going to need to watch the highlight of it because I want it to be popular. But, like, I'm at the point, I'm in mid-season 2, I think. Maybe I'm getting to the end of season 2. And it's like Ben went to Italy for the summer in Bologna. Bologna, I think that's how you say it in Italian. And the show made a fucking joke. It was like, it's the town known for oral sex. And then he I Googled it, and I was like, oh, this is just a joke for the show. Like, Bologna, Italy is not known for fucking oral sex. But anyways, like, Ben was talking about, he was on the phone with Amy every night, and every time they talk on the phone, they just argue the whole time, And I'm like, like that, it's either, so you have to figure out, though, like, if you're in a relationship and all you do is argue the whole time, which, like, I'm kind of thinking Amy just likes to argue with people because she's upset she let a guy nut in her when she was 15. It's something like that. It's like, if you just fight, if all you do is fight in a relationship, if that's all you do, I think you need to break up, because...
Congratulations. You played yourself.
But, like, if, you know, like, but I think fights are normal in relationships, and, you know, they just fucking happen. I think they happen in every relationship you have in life, but, like, if that's all you do, like, you just gotta stay away from each other, you know? Life's too short for that shit. But if you realize you're the problem, fix that shit. Next one we have Family Feud. Choosing my abusive family's feelings over my husband's. He was doing everything he could to make my life better, and I was siding with those trying to tear me down. Yeah, you know, I think I have a normal family for the most part. I think of all the family members, like, I don't have drama with it. It's weird that people's like, you have drama with this family member. Like, I don't have drama with any member of my family. And I'm okay with that. I'm just... I usually don't try to start drama with shit, but, you know, when you're dating someone, you can't really do that. But I also realize, though, I will always take the woman I date side over my mom's side. Why? Because my mom won't like it, and that makes me laugh. Upsetting my mother is one of my favorite pastimes. So it's like, you know, I'm going to choose her side, you know. I think it's how it is. Oh, yeah, why? Oh, yeah, because she's not in a cult. That's why. Power of persuasion. I was trying to change them too damn much to be the person I wanted them to be, and this never worked. Not only that, I would act like a total child when they didn't immediately hop to it. The silent treatment, that tantrums, God, I was such a bitch. I saw the light when I would complain to friends over and over, and it got to the point where they were avoiding me or flat out telling me to shut up about it. One friend told me, if you're happy with him, why are you trying so hard to change him? Light bulb, I did, lots of searching once and really changed my behavior. It still didn't work out, but with my now husband, I'm now trying to, dude, for real. This always seems like a woman thing. The only time, like, guys would ever try to be like, I'm going to change her. Like, the only time a guy's like, I'm going to change her, it's her body weight. I'm telling you right now. It's like, I'm going to go to the gym, be really nice to her while she's fat, and I'm going to watch her drop those pounds. Then she's going to look good. You know, that's the only time men try to change women. Women will just, like, try to change a man's personality. As a guy who gets annoyed with women's personality, let's just saying, you can't change someone. Like, you can change someone, but it's going to be very small. The window of how much you can change someone is always going to be very small. Like, if he cheats on all his girlfriends, like, he's going to cheat on you. Like, if he eats a lot of pizza all the time, you can't change that. If he loves dirty jokes, like, you know.
Come on, Mark, don't be stingy.
He's not going to change that too. So, yeah. How many of these do we have? 8. Oh, we got a lot of these. Okay. We're only halfway there. We're going to get through these. Family Feud. Choosing my abusive family's feelings over my husband's. He was doing everything he could to make my life better, and I was siding with those trying to tear me down. I do think, though, like, I don't have an abusive family, but I have problems with some people in my family. No, not gonna name anyone's name, but yeah. But, like, if you know, you have to know. Like, that's just more like you as a person. You have to know, like, hey, how good is my family? And, you know, situations like that. Like, and then, you know, how good is my partner? And, you know, like, they're a fantastic human being. Like, you gotta side with them. That's the power of Pine Sol, baby. And that's all I can say. Did I just fucking repeat the same? I'm sorry, folks. I repeated the same thing twice. Scrolling down, I scroll back up. Insecure, having previously been cheated on in the past relationship, let my insecurities control me, and it led to me trying to control my boyfriend from snooping through his private messages to having a full-blown anxiety attack whenever he was without me and demanding he come home. I was a nightmare to be with. In the end, we broke up, and when we decided to give it another go 2 years later, one of the stipulations was that I had to learn to trust him. Okay. So, yeah, that is very... Well, because, like, when you know... It's weird when you got cheated on and stuff like that. Like, now you're like worried, like, am I getting cheated? I don't want to get cheated on again. And you bring that to another relationship, you have to realize this person has not given me a reason to not trust them. So until they give me a reason not to trust them, you do have to trust them. And that can be a hard thing to learn about. I mean, I've had to learn it. I know other people who had to learn it. I'm like, you date people and you're like, are you cheating on me? I'm like, first of all, no. And second off, have I ever cheated on you? Until I have a reason for it, then you gotta You gotta say annoyed. Always annoyed. I found myself regularly annoyed with my husband because he wasn't doing things in the way I wanted them done. Sounds like my fucking mother. I realized one day that if we ever had a child, I would probably spend most of my time stomping out any part of that kid's that their father. That thought really scared me because that's what my father did to me. He regularly belittled my mother, and I praised for acting like that. And I know that's the cycle. Okay, so yeah, yeah. That is something. I don't know. Like, that's why I think it's a good practice run to, like, stay with someone for a while. You know, you kind of understand who they are. It's just, you know, it's just basic things. Like, okay, someone's not going to be the perfect person to you. And you just got to be okay with that. And you gotta live with that.
That's rough, buddy.
Spoiled rotten, I'm an only child and come from a privileged family. I didn't have to work to pay for college. My college boyfriend came from a similar background and spoiled me like crazy financially, emotionally, and physically. We broke up after graduation. Since then, I haven't had a successful relationship. I always expected my partner to be at my beck and call without realizing that they might have work-related constraints. I myself work too, but expecting too much from my partner has ruined my relationships. Here's the thing you gotta do. Whatever fucking country club your parents are at, have them set you up with someone. I'll fix your fucking problems really quick if that's what you need. One of these days, these boots are going to walk over. What? What am I reading? I definitely played a part in my current relationship almost failing. We met when I was 22 and he was 22. I went to school and had my master's, a career, and was financially stable. He barely graduated high school, had a blue-collar job, and was dealing with the consequences of a DUI, and I was barely making ends meet. I treated him like a child and like I was better than him. In hindsight, if I felt so superior, I should have ended it, but I stayed and just took jabs at his confidence. It only led to me emotionally cheating on me. He was downloading dating apps to get an ego boost, and I found some drunk messages between him and his ex. Obviously, he is the one to blame for the indiscretion, but I can see how my behavior influenced him. We broke off our engagement and lived separately for a year to work on our own personal issues. We reconciled, got married, and we're expecting our first baby in January. He's literally the best husband, and I hate that our insecurities almost robbed us. What we might have. Yeah, ladies listening today, make sure if you're dating a man, do not take jabs at his confidence, because I know you ladies, I know how you work. The confidence is the best thing after money. I know you like a guy with a lot of money, but I know you like a guy who's very confident in himself. Like, that's attractive to you. Don't take jabs at that. Don't take jabs at that, because then you're going to be like, why am I not attracted to my husband anymore? That's why you're being mean to him. That's why. Don't be mean to your husbands. It's not nice. Okay? You know?
That's rough, buddy.
Let go and let live. I am very prideful and don't like being wrong. I didn't like the fact that I felt I allowed my exes to be rude to me and never really stood up for myself. Now I get defensive over most things because I hold on to what might be an attack to me. I want to be right and not let it go. I have a lot to work on and get through. Yeah. Sounds like you're smart. Sounds like you're talking to a therapist. You're good. You're good to go. Messed up mama. I used to get severe anxiety when a relationship was good, calm, and fulfilling. I would start fights, be cold, distant, and snap everything. Years in my relationship, understand that what I did and why I did it goes back to my childhood growing up with my mom. I was calm only when she was verbally and physically abusive, because then I knew what to expect. Hardest time for me was when she was being nice to me. I would never know when her hand or voice was going to be raised. Dude, yeah, fucking parents. Like, I think that's always what that really can like mess up a relationship. What? It's just like the fucking trauma your parents gave you. And like, you know, some people were like, I had good parents, you know, and they were like, they still every parent gives you trauma. I don't know. If your parents didn't give you a trauma, you're making silly, goofy dance videos with your parents. That's all I have to say. The blame game, for me, it's the other way around. I had a narcissistic parent and was used to always getting blamed for everything, having to beg for forgiveness just for existing. I ended up with another narcissist and always accepted I'm at fault in everything. It took me way too long to realize it's not normal that your partner yells at you for being scared of a big dog or demands a list of everything you've eaten that day. That's fucking fucked up, dude. Don't date. If you read that, if you listen to me say that, and you're dating someone similar to that, you gotta end it. Like, that's gonna be bad. The Young and the Restless. I met this perfect guy in college. He was done with university and had a good career, job, and a house. I was just starting college and was too immature to take the relationship seriously. If he came along like 2 years later, I'd probably be married to him. I was too young and didn't know better. I mean, yeah, that's why you don't get married young. Like, I have friends who got married young, and I'm almost 30, I'm not married, and you know what? I wouldn't change a thing. There are those couple women I would have done it with, but, like, you know, I'm glad I'm not married right now, especially some fucking women I dated. The fixer finally figured out a pattern of taking in broken people to fix them up. I was blaming their therapist. I had to look at myself and admit that just because I am into self-help and doing inner work doesn't mean I can do that for people, and most people just aren't interested in doing it anyway, but will gladly take advantage of you. Once I did that, I started attracting healthier, mentally and emotionally people into my life. I'm no longer exhausted by the people in my social circle. Dude. I've dated a couple of these bitches. I'm telling you do not do that, because I don't know. There's a reason why you don't date your therapist, okay? There's a reason why you're not trying to fuck your therapist. There's a reason for that. There's a reason you don't do that. Let's get to our last one. Lastly, attached to the hip. I realized my relationship last year failed because of me. I don't have a lot of friends, and so I latch onto people quickly and expect a lot from them. Since he was the only person I had to hang out with, I created high expectations of these times in my head. So when plans changed or he was busy, I got disproportionately upset. The answer to that question is have your own life. That's why I always want to say have your own life. And other people can jump into it whenever they want to. That's the thing. Other people can be in your life. Have your own life. And then date people. And then you get to be in their life. You can be in your life. And sometimes those groups can combine. But have your own shit going on. That's also good. Don't drop everything for a fucking bitch. I shouldn't be saying. Don't drop everything for a woman. That's what I have to say. And I think that's everything. So remember, if I said anything that reminded me of you today, you gotta fucking change yourself, because that's bad, and we don't like that, and for the most part,
I identify as a fucking threat.
Hey there, you just checked out a highlight from Cancel Schweezy. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you learned something and that you are now a smarter individual. Just so you know, we have full episodes and other many highlights available now. Click here for the next best thing that you can go check out as well. And make sure you press that subscribe button and press that notification bell. That way you get updated anytime we make a new post or anytime that we make a new highlight or full episode. So thank you, honk if you love butt drugs, and stay awesome.